All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been about 2 months since I've last uploaded a video. Sorry about that. I know some people are eagerly waiting to know how we're doing with our transition to China. It's been a very crazy 2 months, which is partially the reason why I haven't uploaded anything. A lot's transpired since then, and I have driven across the country. I'm currently in South Carolina, which is on the East Coast. We own a house out here, and I've been here for the past 6 weeks. I drove across the country, just me and my dog. My wife was in the UK with our daughter, and so it was a 4 or 5 day trip, which was amazing. And this country is so beautiful, and there's so much to see. But today is the day that we're moving to China. This is it. We are about 2 hours away from being picked up by an Uber. They'll be driving us up to Greenville, South Carolina GSP airport, in which we will take a 30-minute flight to Atlanta, Georgia. And we'll be in the Atlanta airport for 3 hours. And then we fly on to Seoul, South Korea, which is about a 16-hour flight from Atlanta. And then we fly to Guangzhou, which is about a 3-hour flight. So we've got all of our documents sorted. It's been kind of a hectic 2 months, because in order to get our work visas, we had to apply for an online entry visa that's in Washington D.C. Now luckily the Chinese government makes this actually pretty easy to do. We had to submit all the paperwork that we have already done. We got an invitation letter from our employer in which they state that yes, we've been invited to come work. And we had to submit that all into an online portal, which is actually surprisingly very easy to do if you have all the paperwork, in which luckily we did. So we had all the paperwork, we submitted it, and we got a courier that's in Washington, D.C. They are called Oasis Chinese Visa. We're not sponsored, but I do give a shout out to them, and I'll put a link down below. For them, they were awesome. They were so easy, reasonably priced for me, my wife, and my kid. And we sent it in overnight. They worked over, they organized all the paperwork and the passports. They went to the Chinese visa, submitted it, waited. As soon as it was available, they picked up our visas, our passports, and brought them back, and then mailed them within the day. They're awesome. So if you are, looking for a company to arrange this, because you don't want to fly to Washington, D.C. because you don't want to be there in person, this is a company to do it. So it's Oasis Chinese Visa, I think. The link will be below. I'll add them in here because they deserve the credit, because they work really, really hard. There's a couple of times where we had one time we had a piece of paper that wasn't accurate or needed further explanation. They contacted me that morning, said, can you UPS this document over, first thing, and I submitted it that morning. The next day they had it, they processed it, sent it to the Chinese embassy. Super, super easy. So I can't stress enough of just how good they are. Other than that, we have our Chinese visas back in our passport, and we have all of our documents. So we had to print out our invitation letter from our employer, as well as the English and Chinese version. I don't know if we need both, but I did it just to be safe, which we will need when we're at the counter at our gate at the airport. So lots going on, and motions are going crazy. The day's here. The day is here. The day that we have been waiting for the past 6 to 7 months since we found out we were moving to China. It is here, and I have a lot of mixed emotions. I love South Carolina. I love being here. It's a slow pace of life. It's, where we have our house sorted out. We've been building it for the past year, and it's done. And man, it's a really bittersweet thing to be leaving. And, you second guess yourself. When it's that departure day, you second guess, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right decision for my family? Am I making the right decision for myself? A lot of second guessing. There's also excitement because, like Marco Polo, like you're about to go on this huge voyage and going into a completely different country, and and learning about different people and customs and ways, and that always excites me. So there's just a whirlwind of emotion, and like some moments I'm really happy and excited, and some moments I'm really sad, and some moments I'm sad, and I have like a lot of anxiety at the same time. I think that's normal. I think that's to be expected. But here we are. Today is departure day. So again, I apologize for not being, posting stuff over the past 2 to 3 months. But that's going to change because a lot is kicking off. And if you're interested in this and you're curious about our journey, I'll be documenting stuff at the airport. Our process over the next 3 legs, and then getting into China. And I'll try to post that pretty quickly after this video is posted. Of just about the process of, I've been talking about it for videos in the past about, oh, we're moving, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like, bam, we're moving. So just follow along in the process. An American and a Brit and an American-British child moving to China for the first time. We'll talk about the ups and downs and what it's like, and just share kind of our experiences, our strengths, and our hopes. Being in China and just moving abroad. So if you're interested in this, please like and subscribe and follow along. And it's going to be a hell of a journey. Thank you.